And today we are going to do Airline Imperialism. So today we have 12 contestants for this stream, and I will explain the rules. I will be spinning this wheel and then spinning this arrow to see which way they need to attack. So let's say the wheel landed on like Qatar Airways and then the arrow pointed north, which means Qatar Airways will travel north to invade Emirates. And it will all decide on this wheel. This wheel right here, ladies and gentlemen. So, anyways, let's start this raid. Alright, first contestant. And it is Pakistani International Airlines. Alright, PIA. And where will PIA be attacking? She'll go, you cannot do that because look, she'll just go in the water. Where will you actually be going? And she'll go south. Once again, you can't do that. It'll be in the water. You might have seen that, chat. Okay, there you go. So it can either go attack Kuwait Air or Air India. So let's decide it. So we have PIA invading Air India. Alright. Pakistani International Airlines versus Air India. So who will it be? And Air India take the land of Pakistani International. Air India will now claim this land of Pakistani International, and we shall move on, and we'll spin again. Alright, our first loss, which is Pakistani International Airlines, a loss against Air India. Could have won against Kuwait Airlines, though, to be honest, chat. But anyways, next up, next attacker. Alright. Alright, remove Pakistani International Airlines and next airline to attack. Next airline to attack is Kuwait Air. Alright, Kuwait Airlines is up first, and where will Kuwait Air be attacking? She will go north, which means it's Kuwait Airlines versus Air India. Let's spin. Let's see. Who will it be? And Kuwait Airline takes the land of Air India. Air India loses to Kuwait Airlines, and we shall keep on moving. Hello there, Treasure Bish. How's it going? Also, if you hear those gunshots outside, that's my neighbors. If you hear those weird gunshots outside, that's my neighbors. Don't mind those, chat. It's just my neighbors, anyways. So, anyways, Kuwait Airlines won against Air India, and we shall spin again. Alright, so Kuwait Airlines claimed the land of Air India, and so Air India loses to that match. Okay, bro's not a gangster. Anyways, next airline to fight. Okay, so we're already down to 10 airlines left, even though there's 9. And the next airline is Indigo. Okay. Next up is Indigo, right there. Indigo is up next, and where will this Indigo go to? East, which means it's Indigo versus Kuwait. Alright, and we're going to try doing all nations in one stream today. So let's go see who will be. And wait, did I do Indigo? Indigo's the attacker, so Indigo takes the land of Kuwait. Which means Kuwait Airlines lost against Indigo, and we will move on to spin again. Where's my marker? Bruh. Bro, where's my marker go? Bro, I had it here somewhere. Where is it? Hang on. Alright, I found one. Alright, I'm just gonna use this one. Never mind, this one's dry. Okay, I think you can see it, right, chat? Tell me if you can see it. Those are just gunshots from my neighbor, okay? They're just coming from that side of the house. I think they just got a new gun or something. Alright, chat. Indigo is now the biggest nation on this map. So anyways, let's go. Okay, oh, here he is. So, Kuwait Air lost against Air Indigo. And now, Kuwait Air has surrendered its land to it. So now we have 8 entries now. So here are our entries, okay, chat. Make your bet. We have Emirates, Etihad, Indigo, Iran Air, Iraqi, Qatar, Riyadh Air, and Turkish. Make your bets on it. Alright, chat, make your bets. Put the bets in chat. Alright, put your bets in the chat. Alright, put your bets in the chat. And vote how many percent you want this airline to win or not. Because Indigo is already a big champion already. So I don't know if you should go for Indigo or what. I don't know. I'm not a good judge, to be honest. And yes, so choose one of these 8 airlines before we continue on. So we got Emirates, Etihad, Indigo, Iran Air, Iraqi, Qatar, Riyadh Air, and Turkish. So anyways, I'm going to give you a few minutes to make your vote, or maybe a few seconds. Alright, starting now. Make your votes. For me, I'm definitely going to go for Indigo. Anyways, so that's our vote. So anyways, let's spin again. Anyways, let's spin her again. And the next airline to fight is Indigo. And where will Indigo be attacking? And it'll go south. Which means it's Indigo versus Iran Air. I mean, Turkish. So it's Indigo versus Turkish. So attackers Indigo and the opponent is Turkish. And Air Indigo takes the land of Turkish Airlines. Turkish Airlines now surrenders to the land of Indigo. And now Indigo has now become the largest out of every single one of these airlines here. Indigo is now the largest. So here we go, chat. Indigo is now the largest air and land in this. Look how big Indigo is compared to everybody else. Saudi is basically the smallest. Look at this. Emirates, I think Emirates is about to catch up with its 3 sisters. So anyways, let's spin! Alright. Let's go. Again. And the next one is... Is it Qatar? Is it Qatar? Come on, be Qatar Airways. Yep, it's Qatar Airways. And where will Qatar Airways be attacking? Eastish. Or west. Which means it's Qatar Airways versus Iran Air. Alright, Qatar Airways is our attacker, and then Iran Air is the opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, Qatar Airways takes the land of Iran Air. Congratulations, Qatar Airways. Iran Air now ceased its fire and now merges with Qatar Airways. But still, Qatar Airways is like the 3rd largest or 4th compared to Iraqi Airways or Indigo. Anyways, let's continue to spin. Alright. So the next airline is going to be attacking. And now we have lost Iran Air. So Qatar Airways, so we have Iraqi, Qatar, Emirates, Etihad, Indigo, and Riyadh Air, as well as Saudia. I think I need to add Saudia in here. Hang on. All right, I added Saudia in there because I think it wasn't in there first time. Anyways, so next airline to fight is Indigo. Indigo's up next. And where will Indigo be attacking? Selfish, which I don't think it can because it's just gonna go in the water, or maybe it can if it goes for Riyadh Air. So, anyways, I think we should spin again. And it's going northeast, which means it's Indigo versus Qatar Airways. All right, who will win this one? All right, so let's see. For let's see, and Qatar Airways takes the land of Indigo. Indigo loses to Qatar Airways, and now we shall have a new biggest land competitor. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our next big contestant, which is now Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways is now the biggest. Alright, look at how big Qatar Airways is now compared to Emirates and Etihad. Alright, so here's our new champion, which is Qatar Airways. And now let's go ahead and respin. So far, chat, throughout the series, we had Pan Am as our second champion, which is Player, FedEx, and then Aero Sucre. These are our 4 champions here, so who's going to be the new champion here? Who will be the new champion? Oh yeah, I forgot I had to remove Indigo. Bruh. Anyways, but the next airline to attack, who do you think is going to win this series? Out of all our champions, we do not know yet. But anyways, the next one is going to be Emirates. And where will Emirates be attacking? And she'll go eastish, which means it's going to be Emirates versus its brother, Etihad. Let's go for it. Emirates versus Etihad. Attackers, the Emirates, and then opponent is Etihad. And Emirates takes the land of Etihad, which means Etihad loses to its brother Emirates, so it's basically brother versus brother, and Emirates has become the second largest compared to Qatar Airways. I mean, Riyadh Air and Saudi haven't been doing anything right now. Bruh, that's crazy. So anyways, here's our 4 current champions, and we're going to try to do championship round and until like somewhere this year. Hello, Sun Country 738. How's it been going? Anyways, next airline to fight is finally something that we haven't been hearing for, which is Saudia. Alright, and Saudia is on an island, so it can basically attack north. And yes, it is, which is basically going to be attacking Qatar Airways. Alright, where will Qatar Airways take his island down? And yes, it will! Saudia is now going to be losing from this map. And now its island is now taken, which Qatar Airways basically bombed it. So Qatar Airways still stays the biggest. And now Saudia is gone from this map. Saudia is now gone from this map, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, I think I should have removed Etihad. Alright. Do my neighbors even mind about the gunshots? Anyways, we have 4 more entries left. We have Emirates, Iraqi Air, Qatar, and Riyadh. Who will win this matchup, ladies and gentlemen? Take your votes. We have Emirates, Iraqi Air, Qatar Airways, Riyadh. Who will win this championship? Who will win this championship, ladies and gentlemen? Who will win this? Pick your votes right now. Probably Qatar. Alright, so we have our first vote, which is Qatar Airways. So we'll see who will win this one. Alright, so anyways, next spin. And the next one is Iraqi Air. And where will Iraqi Air be attacking? Eastish, but I don't think it can do that because it's basically next to water. What are you trying to do? Drown? And next, anyways, nope, you can't do that again because you'll drown. There you go. So it's now going to be attacking Emirates. So now, will Emirates succeed or will it fail? Come on. And Emirates loses! Ladies and gentlemen, Emirates now loses to Iraqi Airways. Meaning now there's only 3 more airlines left on this game. Riyadh Air, Qatar Airways, and Iraqi. So now we only have 3 more. If Iraqi Airways win this, then it can either be facing Qatar Airways or Riyadh Air. Or it has to face Qatar Airways first. Then if it wins, then it'll move on. But if Qatar Airways wins, then Iraqi Air will lose. Now we're in the top 3. Absolutely. Anyways, so if Iraqi Airways loses, then Qatar Airways is going to be facing off Riyadh Air. So now, the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, here are our 3 survivors so far. Emirates, bam, gone. Alright, so now, who will now be fighting off the top 3? And next up is Riyadh Air. And where will Riyadh Air be attacking? She'll go eastish or something, or westish. Which means, okay, so it's kind of like westish or something. So Riyadh Air will move west to enter Qatar Airways land. Meaning if it wins, then it'll be facing up against Iraqi Airways. But if it loses, then Qatar Airways will take over Iraqi. So who will win? Alright, here we go. And Riyadh Air takes the land of Qatar Airways. Riyadh Air now takes her land, and we will now have the top biggest of them all. And now Riyadh Air is now the biggest. From just one single tiny island, now became the biggest of them all. Let's give it its crown. Alright, so Riyadh Air is not the championship yet. Iraqi Airways is going to have to face off in the finals. 1v1. Alright, let's do it, chat. Alright. So we now have the attacker and then the opponent, which is now Riyadh Air. So now let's take these down. Let's do for a yes and a no. Alright, so we have Riyadh Air versus Iraqi Airways. So if Riyadh Air takes a 3 yeses, then it'll take Iraqi Airways. But if Iraqi does the same thing, then it'll take Riyadh. Like a yes, no, yes v no. I mean, yes, no, yes. Then, but if the other, yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, Riyadh Air, since you are the champion, you start first. And you start off with the W. So you start off with a W, Riyadh Air. Alright, second lap. And it's an L. You start off with the W, now you started off with another one with an L. And lastly to finish it off. And it's an L. It's an L. Oh my gosh, I don't feel so good for like Riyadh Air or anything. Anyways, now it's Iraqi Airways. 1v1. Alright. And Iraqi Air starts with a W just like Riyadh Air. Alright, W. And now, let's see, will it go for another L? Nope, it's a W. I think this game is already done now. I think Riyadh Air is losing. And lastly, last one. Hello there. And Iraqi Airways takes the land of Riyadh Air. Ladies and gentlemen, Riyadh Air loses to Iraqi Airways. Let's go. We have a new champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Iraqi Airways. Iraqi is now our new champion. But this stream is not over yet, because we're going to be doing more airlines across this land. And also, hello there, Tataralex Andrew 77665. How's it doing? Let's go, anyways. Iraqi Air is our new champion of this round. And to celebrate, I'll be AFK for like a little while. Okay, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, since Iraqi was our championship, we have a Iraqi Airways logo. So, alongside our champions, we have Pan Am World Airways from episode 1, Play Air from Iceland, FedEx, Aerosucre from Colombia, and Iraqi Airways. Can my neighbors just stop with the stupid gunshots? Anyways, chat, here are our 5 championships now. We will not be entering championship territory just yet, because now we will be doing America. Or actually, let's do, like, Asian. Alright. I'll be AFK, so I'll be typing these airlines in the chat, in the, wheel. So, if you have one in mind, you can put it on the, wheel. So, anyways, I'll be AFK for a while, and I'll catch you there. Oh yeah, and just as well, I'll also keep my mic unmuted. And maybe my video as well. JAL, ANA, Korean Air. Or maybe you can just watch me type these onto the wheel. Anyways, so currently we have JAL, NA, and Korean Air. So those are our 3 current new contestants coming in. I'll just put my phone right here. I like Korean Air. Don't tell me you like the new Korean Air livery. Alright, so I'm gonna put my phone here. Korean Air. Alright, so anyways, if you have an airline in mind, put it in the chat. So I'll also do Cathay Pacific. We already got Korean Air. Yeah, I agree. Livery of Korean Air is like an off-brand KLM. Sun Country is American. I think we already did America, but I think we'll do America next round. So we are focusing on Asian. GOL? You mean GOL? Anyway, so we got JAL, ANA, Korean Air, Cathay, Philippine. I think that's South America. We're doing Asia. Philippine Airlines, Cebu Pacific. Yeah, we can do Malaysian. Does that look familiar? Malaysian Airlines. Alright, so Malaysian Airlines. Should we do Air Koryo, North Korea's own airline? I'm gonna put Air Koryo in there. Or actually, I don't think so. Should I do a chat? Like, should I put Air Koryo in the wheel? Like, should I even do it? What is going on with my neighbors? Air Hong Kong. Oh yeah, Hong Kong Air. And then, you want just to be like, sure, just to like balance things out, I'll put Air Koryo. All China Airlines, Air China, China Eastern, China Eastern, China Southern, China Southern with like their A350s. Alright, I'm just going to start it. Alright, so we got Philippines, so we got Air China, Air Korea, All Nippon Airways, Cathay Pacific, Cebu Pacific, China Eastern, China Southern, Hong Kong Air, JAL, Korean Air, Malaysian Airlines, and Philippine Airlines. What should be the next one? Like, Go Air or something? Okay. Let's see. Okay, we still have the attacker and opponent thingy. Come on, camera. Focus. Alright, so let's see. Next airline. Oh, yeah, Eva Air. Eva Air with like the Hello Kitty livery. Alright, so next. I think I have an. Wait, LT Polish Airlines without airlines? What do you mean by that? Hang on, I think I have the absolute best idea ever. Okay, so I have this massive wall here full of airlines, and I think we can just steal them all from here, should we? Alright, so we have China, Air China. Oh yeah, we can do Asiana up there. Yeah, we can do Asiana, Garuda, Indonesia, Lion Air. So Asiana Freighter, Asiana, Garuda, and Lion Air. So yeah, 3 more airlines added. Let me just double check to see if they're there. Asiana, Garuda, and Lion Air. Asiana, Garuda, and Lion Air. Alright. Asiana, Garuda, and Lion Air. We have 16 airlines now competing. I think Russia is part of Asia, right? So should we do Aeroflot? I think we should do Aeroflot. Just to balance things out. Red Wings, Aeroflot. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. I looked it up, and yes, Russia is part of Asia. So yeah, we're counting it as Asian. So we got Aeroflot, S7, S7 Air, and once again, let's go back to the wall of airlines. Bobby, what are you doing in there? So we got this massive wall of airlines. So I think we could choose S7. Oh yeah, we can do Peach Air. Peach Aviation or something. Should we even do like aircraft companies or something? So we got Red Wings, North Star. Yeah, North Star and Peach Air. So North Star and Peach Air. Also, Bobby, what are you doing in here? Get out of the bathroom. So let's see. Okay, Peach Aviation. I'm just going to sort these out again. And I completely forgot about them. So we got Peach Aviation. Peach Aviation. S7. Oh yeah, we can do Singapore Air. Oh, we can do Singapore. North Star. Okay, Singapore and North Star. Singapore and North Star. Singapore and North Star. And North Star. Singapore and North Star are all in the wheel. Oh my goodness, we have 22 people are competing for this game now. Or I think we should spare like some of these airlines for like later on, or shall we? Or no, I don't think so. Anyways, chat, this is the finished list. We have Aeroflot. So first up, Aeroflot, Air China, Air Koryo, ANA, Asiana, Cathay Pacific, Cebu, China Eastern, China Southern, Eva Air, Garuda, Hong Kong, JAL, Korean Air, Lion Air, Malaysian Airlines, North Star, Peach Air, Philippine Airlines, Red Wings, S7, and Singapore Airlines. Anyways, now I just gotta design the map for it. Yay. For these 22 airlines, this is probably gonna be a challenge. So this is the old map. I think we can put Korean Air down there, or no. I'm gonna try designing a new map for these airlines to drop off. And if you wonder what material I use a board for this mega project. Championship round is expected to be like this year, and hopefully we get there soon. All right, so let's see. How should we design our new map? All right, let's see. I want to try making it big as possible. All right, this looks big enough, is it? All right, this looks big. So first up, let's put a divider here for Air Koryo. My marker. Air Koryo and Korean Air. This is pretty accurate, right? That's pretty accurate. And then we're gonna put Aeroflot way up here. Aeroflot. Let's see, JAL. And then a tiny map here for ANA. Tiny one there for ANA. The border. Tiny land for S7. Alright, so next up, Garuda. Garuda, Indonesia. And next to its brother, Lion Air. China Southern. This is the process of making like one of these videos, but now I'm doing it on a live stream. China Southern. Even though China Eastern, I think we should put it China Southern. To make it pretty accurate. And an Eastern will be right here. China Eastern, and then China Southern. Air China will be on top. Let's also put an island here for Asiana. Asiana up there. Air China is in. Let's see. Asiana is up there. ANA. Korean Air's down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, somewhere above 22 airlines. So I think next one should be Singapore Air. Somewhere right here. And then let's see, S, and then like Red Wings. North Star will be on top. Cathay Pacific. Alright, next up, Malaysian. Alright, Peach Aviation. Nope. Alright, Peach Aviation is in. So we got Peach, Philippine Airlines. Alright, Philippine is in there. And then Cebu. Okay, I don't have Cebu. So Cebu's up there. Cebu is up there. Alright, then Eva Air. Alright, so we got... Alright. Garuda. Lion Air. Cathay Pacific, Cebu, Eva Air, Garuda, Hong Kong. Hong Kong Air. Hong Kong Air is in its own territory. Let's see, next up. I think this is all the airlines do I? Alright, I'm just trying to try going through them in order. So we have Aeroflot. So I have Aeroflot, Air China, Air Koryo, ANA, yes. Asiana, correct. Cathay Pacific, yep. Cebu, yes. China Eastern, and China Southern, yes. EVA Air. Alright, chat, we're about to start the raid. EVA Air is in. Garuda Indonesia. Lion Air. Garuda Hong Kong Air. JAL is in. Korean Air. And then Lion Air. We are about to start the raid. Malaysian Airlines. Yeah, we did. North Star. Correct is in there. Or wait a minute. Yes, it is. Peach Aviation, yes, is in. Just underneath the Aeroflot. Oh, hi there, Aviation and Siren of TN. How you doing? Alright, we got Red Wings in. And then S7 Air. Singapore Airlines is also in. So, I think we are going to make some of these land, like, extra large. So, we have divide these two. XL extra land. And then XL EL. So we have those two. So anyways, shall we start the raid now? Alright, I think it's time. Or maybe we should move Asiana down a little further. Let's make this more like the Puerto Rico Islands. I just started liking aviation. Oh, nice. Asiana. Alright, Asiana looks safe down there. Alright, so we have... This is our new map, ladies and gentlemen. Look at how massive it is. And also, let's make it more... Look how, like, it has water on it. So make it more realistic. Alright, so our map is completely done. And then next up is probably America. And then we're probably going to do... And then lastly, we're going to do aircraft companies. And the next stream, we will have the championship. To see who will be the best airline of last year and this year. So anyways, chat, let's start this raid. We shall start this raid. Let's start it. Alright, first airline to fight. Isn't that just satisfying? And our first airline to attack is... Cathay Pacific. And where will Cathay Pacific be starting to attack? And it'll go... south. Which Cathay Pacific is going to attack Red Wings, the first Russian airline. Will go down or survive. Alright. And looks like Cathay Pacific takes the L. Ladies and gentlemen, Red Wings takes the land of Cathay Pacific. This is already our first loss of this round. So this is like round 2. And Cathay Pacific completely pretty much lost against Red Wings. Alright, next airline to fight. Alright, so Cathay Pacific just lost against Red Wings. Alright, we have 21 people now. And the next airline is Aeroflot. Aeroflot, Russian Airlines. And where will Aeroflot be attacking? It'll go... I don't think it can go east because it's going to drown. Where will Aeroflot go? Once again, it can't go up there because it'll drown as well. Pick something other than north or east. I mean, wait, did it? Okay, there you go. You can do that. So now it's a Russian airline versus a Russian airline. Hello, Ashton Brace Farron. How's it going? Anyway, so it's Aeroflot Russian Airlines versus S7 Airlines. Let's see who will win. Alright, the attacker is Aeroflot, and then the opponent is S7. And ladies and gentlemen, Aeroflot wins this round! S7 loses to this match, and now Aeroflot is now the biggest. I mean, Red Wings is kind of the biggest, or it could be any of those two land right there. So S7 lost against Aeroflot. Let's remove S7. Alright, let's go again. Alright, we're having Airline Imperialism to see which is the best airline. And the next one is Singapore Airlines. And where will Singapore Airlines be attacking? She'll go south. Oh, this is going to be a good one, which means it's Singapore Airlines versus Asiana. Alright, let's see. Singapore Airlines is our attacker, and then the opponent is Asiana. And ladies and gentlemen, Singapore Airlines takes the land of Asiana, but Asiana's island is pretty much dead at this point. So Asiana's island gets pretty much bombed by a nuke. And pretty much is inhabitable right now. Now the river is pretty much just a giant ocean. At this point, it's just basically the giant ocean of Asiana. Alright, Singapore Airlines pretty much just nuked Asiana, and now I think Korean Airlines looks so mad right now that it's basically going to attack Singapore Airlines. Anyways, now next up. Next airline to attack. So Asiana lost. Next airline. No, we're doing Asian this time. We're in Asian territory. Next up is Korean Air. If it goes north, then it's going to be attacking Air Koryo. Okay, can't do that, but I think it's up against Air Koryo. I bet if it lands on north, then it's attacking Air Koryo. So it's basically North Korea's own airline. Okay, I knew it, chat. I knew it was going to go attack Air Koryo. So basically, it's North Korea's own airline versus South Korea's own airline. Alright, wish them good luck. And let's go! I did not know this was gonna happen. Air Koryo loses against the Korean Air. Oh my gosh. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Korean Air takes the land of Air Koryo. Oh my gosh, I did not know this was gonna happen today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new winner, which is Korean Air and Air Koryo. Bam! Alright, next airline. Next airline to fight is Singapore Airlines. And where will Singapore Airlines be attacking? I don't think you can go that way, Singapore. Spin again, and nope. Okay, I think you can go that way, which basically means you're going to be attacking China Eastern. China Eastern versus Singapore Airlines. And ladies and gentlemen, Singapore Airlines loses against China Southern. China Eastern. China Eastern now lost against Singapore Airlines. Definitely the best airline in the world. And China Eastern claims the land of Singapore Airlines. Oh my gosh, Korean Air looks so mad against China Eastern. Let's go again, people. Singapore Airlines lost. Alright, Singapore Airlines completely lost. And the next airline to fight is Eva Air. Eva Air is up next. If it goes south, then it's basically going to become the largest. If it goes south and then east or west, then it'll go for the largest. Okay, I did not expect that to happen. So it's Eva Air versus Cebu Pacific. Alright, Eva Air is the attacker versus Cebu Pacific, which is the opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, Eva Air takes the land of Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific now surrenders its land to EVA Air, and now it has both sides of extra land. Look at this. If it gets both of these, then it's basically going to become the largest. Or should we have combined it earlier? Alright, EVA Air has now taken Cebu Pacific. And, bam! I'm putting my money on Japan Airlines. Alright, good luck. Anyways, this isn't a gamble, by the way, to be honest. It's just for fun. Anyways, next attacker is Hong Kong Air. Hong Kong Air, where will you be traveling? And oh my god, it's going to be attacking EVA Air. Alright, EVA Air. Let's see. Attacker is Hong Kong Air versus the opponent, EVA Air. And ladies and gentlemen, Hong Kong Air takes the land of EVA. Rest in peace, EVA. You were a mad respecter. EVA Air is now gone, and Hong Kong Air has become growing bigger. So next, and now it's also next to these two pieces of territory. Putting all my trust on JAL or Aeroflot. Alright, so Hong Kong Air has lost. Or EVA Air, I should say. EVA Air's gone. Alright, next airline to attack. And it's JAL, Japan Airlines. Obviously, to be in the fact that this is also my favorite airline in the world. And next up, where will JAL be attacking? And oh my gosh, it's gonna go north, which means it's JAL versus China Southern. Alright, Sun Country 738, you might have to put all your trust into JAL right now. Alright. And oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 China Southern takes the land of Japan Airlines. Oh my gosh! But hey, there's at least still Aeroflot. Nope, Japan Airlines, BAM! It's gone. Oh my gosh! No way, we lost Japan Airlines. But hey, there's still Aeroflot. Oh no! 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 Oh my gosh! No! What are we gonna do? Come on, ANA, avenge Japan Airlines. Avenge your brother. Alright, we lost Japan Airlines. Will ANA take its vengeance? And it looks like it's China Eastern. Alright, China Eastern. And where will China Eastern be attacking? Southeast, which means it's going to be brother versus brother. China Eastern versus China Southern. Alright. And ladies and gentlemen, China Eastern takes the land of China Southern. Rest in peace, China Southern. And China Eastern has now expanded her territory. Alright. China Eastern has now expanded her territory. Alright, China Southern is gone from this map. Alright, next there's 13, 3 more until 10. And next up is the next Russian airline, which is Northstar. Northstar, where will you be attacking? You'll go northish. Which means it's... Wait, no, you can't do that because you'll hit the roof. We spin again. Okay, you can't do that again because you'll hit the roof as well. Okay, you can do that, which means it's Northstar, a Russian airline versus a Russian airline. Northstar versus Aeroflot. Alright, chat. Northstar versus Aeroflot. And ladies and gentlemen, Northstar takes the land of Aeroflot. Aeroflot is now lost against Northstar. North Star has now taken the land of Aeroflot, Russian Airlines. There we go. North Star has now taken the land of Russia. Alright, Aeroflot has completely lost. I know you guys have been putting all your money on Aeroflot so hard, but now I think it's time to choose another airline. Alright, so we have 12 entries now. So now we have Air China, All Nippon Airways, China Eastern, Garuda Indonesia, Hong Kong Air, Korean Air, Lion Air, Malaysian Airlines, North Star, Page Air, and Philippine Airlines, and Red Wings. Alright, we have 12 people now, so put your new bets on now. Team ANA. Alright, we have someone voting for All Nippon Airways. Anyways, next match up. And next up is North Star. And where will North Star be attacking? I don't think you can go there, North Star. Nope. Okay, you can go that way. Oh, Chad, this is unseen of before. Our North Star is going to expand her territory and will claim the extra piece of land, making it big. Alright, so we got North Star taking the land, and now Hong Kong Air has to act fast and get that extra piece of land. So North Star has now become the biggest. Alright, let's spin again. Alright, North Star has taken the first piece of land. And what's the next one going to be? Next up is Hong Kong Air. Alright, Hong Kong Air, if you win this one, then I will actually crown you. Alright, and where will Hong Kong Air be attacking? Oh, this is actually revolutionary. This is going to be revolutionary, chat. Guess what? It takes the land right here. Alright, we have finally got Hong Kong to take its land, even though it's too late since North Star has taken its land. So anyways, let's spin. Alright, let's go again. Next up is Korean Air. And where will Korean Air be attacking? South, which I don't think it can do that. Yeah, I think you can do that, but you're going to be facing up against Philippine Airlines. Alright, Korean Air, Philippine Airlines. Korean, Philippine. Alright, here we go. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, Philippine Airlines loses against Korean Air. And now Korean Air expanded the land and is moving on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Air Koryo gone. Philippine Airlines gone. What's the next one that Korean Air will take its move on? Let's spin. Alright. Alright, Philippine Airlines is now gone. Next up is Korean Air again. And where will Korean Air be attacking? Northeast, which means it's Korean Air versus Red Wings. Alright. Let's see, Korean Air. Come on, avenge Asiana. Yes, you will. Wait, actually. Yes, you will. Avenge Asiana. You will avenge Asiana, Korean Air. And now you've taken the land of Red Wings. Only one Russian airline would remains on the map now, which is North Star, and it's up against Korean Air. Alright, let's spin again. Korean Air is actually cooking. Alright, next airline. We only have 11 people left. And the next up is... Come on, Peach Air, Peach Air, Peach Air. Ooh, North Star is up next. And where will North Star be attacking? Yeah, it's gonna be attacking Hong Kong Air. Alright, Hong Kong Air versus North Star. Ooh, this is gonna be a... Oh... Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a new big champion right now. Which means... North Star takes the land of Hong Kong Air. We now have a new champion now. North Star takes the land of Hong Kong Air. Wait, did it vote on the attacker? Wait, and then who was the... Okay, North Star was the attacker. Okay. There we go. North Star. North Star has become the biggest. The biggest now. I think it's avenging Aeroflot. North Star has now become the biggest. And I think Korean Air may be cooked. But let's spin. Alright, the next airline to attack. Alright. North Star violated Hong Kong Air, and Hong Kong Air is BAM! Alright, next airline to fight. Next up is Air China. Alright, Air China. And where will Air China be attacking? That way, northwest. Which means it's either Air China versus Peach Aviation or Malaysia. So let's see. It's going to be attacking Malaysia Airlines. Air China, avenge Aeroflot. Please avenge Aeroflot, Air China. And looks like you will. You will avenge Aeroflot, Air China. Aeroflot, Malaysia Airlines has lost against Air China. And now Air China has grown bigger in size. And now it's up with North Star. I think it's probably going to team up with North Star to destroy everybody in this map. So now we have Air China now being the third largest, I think. So now North Star, Korean Air, and Air China. Alright, let's spin. Alright, so we cannot forget the mention of the others. Malaysian Airlines is now gone. Alright, spin again. Next up is All Nippon Airways. This could be Japan Airlines' comeback. ANA, please avenge Japan Airlines. Don't fail. Don't fail us. Alright. Which means it's ANA versus China Eastern. Everyone, spam ANA. Avenge JAL. Spam ANA. Avenge Japan Airlines. ANA. Avenge Japan Airlines. Spam that. Alright. We will now begin this win. And ladies and gentlemen, ANA takes the land of China Eastern. Ladies and gentlemen, ANA takes the land of China Eastern and has avenged her brother. China Eastern has now lost against ANA, Inspiration of Japan. Let's go! ANA, you have avenged Japan Airlines. Do you want to save your brother? Let's go. Let's give it for ANA, people. Anyways, China Eastern is gone. Oh my gosh, Air China looks mad now. Looks like a madman. Alright, China Eastern. Boom! Alright, so now we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have about 7 people. 1, 2, Air China is in there. ANA is in there. Garuda Indonesia, Lion Air, Korean Air, Garuda Indonesia, alright, Korean Air, Lion Air, North Star, Peach, and Red Wings. Oh, Red Wings is gone. Alright, let's spin again. 7 more people are on this wheel, and then we will move on to America. And then we'll end up with the champion round. And next up is Lion Air, famous for their 737s. Lion Air, where will we be attacking? North. Nope. Wrong. You cannot attack north. Nope. Okay, you can attack your brother Garuda Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, it's... What, a Lego minifigure? Ladies and gentlemen, the next up is Lion Air versus Garuda Indonesia. Alright, I know that was my mom's airline, but basically she likes Garuda Indonesia, but let's see if she's right. And ladies and gentlemen, she was absolutely right! Let's go! Lion Air lost against Garuda Indonesia. And now Garuda Indonesia is now expanding her territory. We lost Lion Air. Oh my gosh, what a comeback for Garuda. And also, hang on, let me turn the lights on. What a minifigure with a... You mean this? You mean this? You mean this thing? But also, you guys gotta forget. Look. A chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. We got a chicken jockey. Okay, we don't need her attacking the camera. Alright, so we lost Lion Air. Lion Air has completely lost this round. Only 6 more entries have left. I think I already have it, bruh. Alright, next up is Peach Aviation. And where will Peach Aviation will be attacking? And she will go north. Which means it's Peach Air versus the Russian carrier North Star. Will Peach Aviation avenge it? Let's go. Alright. And... Oh! Oh my gosh! No way! No way, people. North Star takes the land of Peach Aviation. Only one Japanese airline has left on the map. ANA. Oh my gosh. ANA. What are you going to do in this situation? Both of your brothers have died. North Star is basically being the biggest. I think you should team up with Korean Air. Like, ANA, should you merge with, like, Korean Air to destroy North Star or something? Anyways, Peach Aviation is now, boom, off the map. And lastly, there's 5 more people until the big finale. Who will take this championship home? Next up is North Star. And where will North Star be attacking? And she'll go Southish, which is North Star versus Korean Air. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be a good matchup. Come on. Korean Air, win this, win it, win it. No. Oh! No way, no. ANA, I think your chances are gone. ANA, you Korean Air lost against North Star. Oh my gosh. Its ally is gone. No way, chat. Chat, North Star has become the biggest so far. Oh my gosh, we gotta spam. ANA, avenge Korean Air. Chat, keep spamming it. ANA, avenge Korean Air. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Korean Air has fallen. Oh my god. North Star won and Korean Air is basically the BAM. Alright, 4 people are remaining on this map. 4 entries left. And next up is... Air China. Is it going to avenge Korean Air? No, it's ANA. Alright, Korean Air, avenge avenge your brother. Korean Air, avenge ANA, avenge Korean Air. Alright, avenge your brother, ANA. Alright, it's going. Actually, it's not going to go invade against Russia, so it's going to go that way. Which means it's going to be up against Air China. Avenge Korean Air, ANA. Alright. And ladies and gentlemen, ANA is going to take the land. Wait, did ANA's the attacker? Oh my gosh, and Air China lost against ANA. Oh my gosh. We gotta give respect to ANA. So since Korean Air lost, I want everybody to spam All Nippon Airways. Avenge Korean Air. Kill North Star. Alright. We need everybody to spam that to give ANA good luck. Alright. Air China is gone. On the final 3. Let's see, who is the next one? And it is North Star. North Star is up against. When it goes against Korean Air, Garuda Indonesia, it's going to be fighting against ANA. Or if it kills ANA, then it's up against Garuda Indonesia. Where will North Star be? Hello there, aviation fan. Oh, you can't do that, North Star. Oh my gosh, it's North Star versus ANA. Come on, everyone, spam. Good luck, ANA. Come on, spam it. Spam it so we can give ANA good luck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, ANA, you need that good luck. You don't want to be taken by North Star. North Star pretty much taking almost everybody. Come on, ANA, you need good luck for it. You need good luck, ANA. Come on, ANA, you need good luck. You need good luck for this, ANA. Anyways, let's spin. Come on, ANA. ANA. Oh! North Star is the attacker. But let's go, chat. Oh my gosh. ANA has taken the land of North Star and lost. North Star has lost against ANA. We give ANA the crown. We finally got the new crown. Let's go. Inspiration of Japan. Let's go, Shai. Let's go. Alright, but there's one more thing. It's gonna have to face off Garuda Indonesia. We got one more round to match up to see if ANA will move on to the championship round or Garuda Indonesia. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Yeah. Woo. Ow. Oh my gosh. Alright, since ANA is the championship, it's going to be the yes or no decision. Alright, so let's spin her. ANA, you are the champion. Let's see what you get. And you start off with a W. Alright, so it's a W. Alright, so it's a W for ANA. Let's see. Next up. And oh my gosh, there's another W. Oh my gosh, I don't feel so good for Garuda. And then lastly, last one, ANA, you need this. And oh, it's an L. Alright, last one, Garuda Indonesia. Let's see. Okay, you start off with an L. You started off with an L. Okay. Oh, Garuda in Indonesia. So it has two yeses and one no to beat. Let's see, next up. And it's a no again. Oh no. This doesn't feel so good for Garuda. Last one. 2 no's. Will it finish off with a yes? And it doesn't! Oh no, yes! Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a champion. Our newest champion of this matchup for Asia, which means ANA is our champion of the round tonight. Oh my gosh. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we have our new champion, which is All Nippon Airways. Let's give it for the Mega. Let's go! Let's go, people! We won with ANA. All money on ANA has been betted. Ladies and gentlemen, since ANA is our new champion, it's time to give her her certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now got the new champion, which is All Nippon Airways. Thanks to everybody's support for her. Even though ANA nearly died today, but we still got her as a champion. So anyways, the final round has come for the championships, which is basically US. US land is now on the run. Alright, so now I think it's time to give now it's time for the next matchup, which is going to be US Airlines now. So chat, I think it's time to make this island a little bit of a makeover. So let's see, let's include another south side. Let's see, put another island up here. Put that up there. Do Flight Radar 24 live. Alright. Alright, so this is our new map for US Airlines. Alright. The next one is for all US carriers to come and face off each other. And then we'll have the championship round with 6 of them. Alright. So we got ANA as our next one. And Sun Country, yes, we will include Sun Country for this round. Oh, they're all down here. Alright, so we got our new champion, Pan Am. If you watch from my series, Play, FedEx, Aerosucre, Iraqi Airways, and ANA. Alright, so now we will put every US carrier on this map. Ladies and gentlemen, ANA is our new champion round. And now let's put them all on the map. Alright, so now we have 6 people that are champions round. Alright, so we have 6 airlines now, so there's only... Alright, so now we have... Alright, so let's put them on. Southwest, Ollie Giant. Pan Am already a champion. If you watch from a series. NWA. And then we're going to have aircraft companies going to compete. Sun Country. American, alright. United, Southwest. Spirit, Delta, American United. Frontier. TWA. Yes, we're going to include TWA. And then Frontier. Emirates is an UAE. Contour? You mean Continental? So we're basically going to give some of these airlines another chance. Another chance at this championship. So next up, PSA, US Airways. Should we put Boeing on this map? United. Oh yeah, let's include the regional. American Eagle. Delta Express. United. I mean Delta Connection. United Express. US Airways. US Express. Air Express. Like, is that the regional brand? Or something? National Air? Yes, we're going to include National. Even though there's a second version of National Air. What about the little charter airline counter? Contour? Alice Air, yes. Should we put back FedEx on this thing? Even though FedEx is already a champion, if you see on my series. Alright, so we got Atlas, National, US Express. Oh yeah, JSX. JSX. I think that should be good, right? All these companies. What should be the next one? Pan Am, put it again. I don't think we should put Pan Am again because it's already a champion. I want Pan Am to stay as a champion. To see what it will do in the championship round. So, I mean, Pan Am is the first championship that we already got. To be honest with you. Anyways. Or wait, should we... Hazelnut? Oh, wait, you're talking about the second Pan Am? Are you talking about the second Pan Am or something? I mean, there's two Pan Ams, the old one and the newer one. You know what? I think, actually, I have an idea. Now that I think about it, Pan Am 2. Just to not confuse anybody. I'm just going to put Pan Am 2. Not the original Pan Am. Key Lime Air. Is that even a real airline? I'm going to try looking it up. Hang on, let me look up. Is it real? Key Lime Air. Key Lime Air? Okay, it's a real airline. Wait. Is this thing even real? Oh yeah, JetBlue. But hang on, I'm looking it up. Key Lime Air. Key Lime Air is a United States airline with a cooperative headquarters at Centennial Airport in Dove, Colorado. Established in 1980s. Okay, I guess we can do Key Lime Air or something, whatever it's called. They operate turboprop. Bruh, what is this fleet, bruh? What is this fleet? Alright, JetBlue and Alaska Air. JetBlue and Alaska Air. Open! Yeah, I don't know if Hawaiian is already acquired by Alaska. SkyWest. Hawaiian Air, and then SkyWest. Avelo. We cannot forget my boy Avelo. Horizon. Alright, so now there's 28 airlines from the United States so far. That's if you include the second Pan Am. Alright, TWA, Air Florida. Air Canada. WestJet. And then, should we include... I don't think we should include North Atlantic Airways. Horizon Air is already on. Alright, so we got those. What do you mean you're sad? Alright, WestJet. Breeze? Oh yeah, Breeze. Air Wisconsin? Alright. Alright, we got like about 33 different airlines now. I don't know if we can fit it on the map. Bruh, we have 33 airlines. Like, are we trying to do 50 states? Are we gonna try and do in all 50 states? Alright, so we got those. Eastern Air West, America West. ExpressJet. Is that even a real airline? Hold on. I think we already include her, right? Amazon. It ran from 1987 until 2022. I think we have Prime Air. So let's include ExpressJet. Is DHL even an American airline? ExpressJet, so Amazon, Prime Air, TSA. You mean PSA? Prime Air, Polar Air Cargo. Prime Air and Polar Air. DHL. Like, is DHL like an American-based airline? Trans-State Airlines, TSA. Okay. TSA. Okay. Amazon. We already have Northwest. We already have Northwest Airlines. Alright. 39 different airlines. There's 39. Northwest already on, I think. Yes, it is. NWA. We already have pretty much 39 different airlines already. 39 different airlines. Bruh. That's crazy. I think we're trying to match all 50 states since it's America. Right? Or should we already start kicking it up? Or wait, there's already 2 US Airways? Why is that? Saudia Air... We already did Saudia. We already did Saudia. We already did it like 2 rounds ago. But anyways, here's our finished wheel. We already did Saudia before. We already did Saudia. So anyways, this is our finished wheel. Over 38 different airlines are going to be like Hello Air. Oh wait, speaking of Hello Air, Aloha Air. Aloha Air and then Hello Air. Like, is that even real? Hello Air. Alright. What should be the next one? Alright, I think we only need 10 more airlines to finish this. There's only 40 different airline companies already in this map. There's like 40 different airlines out of all 10 states. Ted also is an airline from United. Oh. Wait, did we already have Continental? Oh yeah, we already did. Alright, so we have about 40 airlines. Can we do like all 50 states of America? We already have Hawaiian. Also, it is an airline. Only underneath Alaska Airlines. Like, should we put Boeing on this? Or NASA? Fly deal? Air call? Fly a deal? Fly a deal? Air call? Let me look up if those two are real. Fly deal? Fly a deal? Fly deal. Yes, it's a real airline. All right. Just checking. Dog Air? You mean Bark Air? I think we already. I think UBS is already in there. Air Call. Air Cal. Oh, you mean Air California? All right, Air California. Fly a deal. Oh yeah, we can include UPS for their MD-11s. All right, and let's see. It's a helper for American Eagle. Bark Air. I think we are almost there. We only need 6 more airlines to make it all 50. This is pretty much going to be a long live stream, to be honest. That is an Icelandic low-cost airline that just died. WoW Air is a dead Icelandic airline. I think we should include Boeing. What do you think? We should include Boeing? Wait, actually, now that I think about it, I think we should include some companies. I think we should include some companies from the U.S. Call it ETA Air Cargo. Oh wait, there's also Aloha Air Cargo, which is the modern day Aloha Air. Jeddah. Lufthansa is German. JED. Alright, 4 more until all 50. Anyways. JED. Alright, JED is a real... JED Airlines is a real airline. Is it like an airport or something, JED? Or is this a real airline? Jeddah. I don't think we can include JED. Let's see, UPS. American West and American West Express. Let's see. That's American West. America West. And then America West Cargo. Hello, Deku 1109-X5B. West Express. Not America Wet. Alpine Air. Alright, 3 more till all 50. Alpine Air. American. Alright, I think we should include Boom Supersonic, right? Jet2's British. Alpine. Key Lime. Alright, I want to try looking up some of these airlines if they're real. So, Alpine Air. Alright. Alpine Air is real. Alright, we're going to include Alpine. Alright, Alpine Air. And then Key Lime. Because we gotta make sure they're all real. Key Lime Air is... I think we already have Key Lime Air. We already have Key Lime. Alright. Pacific Southwest. I think we already have PSA. We already have PSA. Alright. We are two more from the Big 50. I think for these last few companies, I'm just going to put, like, aircrafts company makers. Let's also include Boeing. Or no. Let's include Boom Supersonic. Boom Supersonic. And then what should be American Rockwell? Because my friend taught me that. And then let's see. Hazelnut. Let me look up if that's a real airline. Hazelnut. Hazelnut. Okay, it's not a real airline. It's supposed to be a nut. Alright. Alright, let's sort these out. And we have all 50. Wait, Breeze? Yep, we already have Breeze. Janet. Okay, I think we can include Janet. The most secret airline. ChatGPT gave me an airline. Alright, what is it? Hazelnut is a nut. I don't think it's a real airline. Alright, what did ChatGPT give you? Man, this is really... Alright, we already have 51 airlines. I know Janet, but I never seen it in real life. I never seen Janet in real life before, to be honest. But I know they operate 737s, transporting people in and out. Dude, you are so cool. I mean, I kind of got it from this guy from this guy called Wingview. I got this from this guy called Wingview, who is another YouTuber, and he revealed what Janet is, and it's basically a secret airline that travels in and out of Area 51, which I'm not going to go there. Aero X. Hang on, let me see if that's once again a real airline. Not a real airline. Aero X is not a real airline. Avelo is available. Avelo was also on this air list. Boom, right there. Alright, should we now start this new matchup? Or I think I need to put them on the map. Alright, I think it's time that we should put them on the map. Alright, I think it's time that we should put these on the map. 51 different airlines. $51 different airlines on this map. This is probably not going to fit. I think we're also going to put some islands here for like Aloha and Hawaii. That's too small. Aloha and Hawaiian. Hawaiian and Aloha's on the islands, so that's 2. Alright, so first up, American Airlines. First up, American Airlines is on. Bam. Air California. Air Cal. Alright, Air Canada is up here. Air Canada. Next up, Air Florida. Alright, Air Florida is on. Air Wisconsin. Air Wisconsin, Alaska Air, Ollie Giant, Alright, Ollie Giant is on. Aloha Air is already on. Alpine. Alpine Air. American Eagle. Alright. What is ASA, to be honest? Alpine Air. American Rockwell. I make fictional plane crashes. Okay. American Rockwell. American West. American West is done. Now, American West Express. Go to Google and research it. It's a real airline. Well, I have Microsoft Edge. Okay, ASA is a real Atlantic Southeast Airlines. I guess we're going to include ASA. Alright, so we got ASA. Actually, it's going to be on an island of its own. So, American West, and then it's going to be next to its Express variant. AW Express. So, ASA is a real airline, and then we're going to make this small section of America West's land into ASA. So, ASA, Atlas Air. Why does it look like A is running AE? Look, my writing's terrible. Okay, I'm not the best writer in the world. I'm not William Shakespeare or something. Atlas. I'm not William Shakespeare, to be honest. Alright, Avelo. And lastly, Avelo. Avelo. Next up, B. Bark Air. Bark Air. Boom Supersonic, which is simply Boom. This E variant, LOL. Next up, Breeze. Breeze. Continental. Continental. Cessna. Oh, Cessna. We're saving it for aircraft company competition. Delta. The best airline in the U.S. Delta. Delta Connection. I don't know if we have enough room for these. DHL. Let's just make it a little island, which is close to land. DHL, Eastern, ExpressJet, DHL. Oh, DHL is German. Bro, I thought it was American. Most recent plane crash I made was Kitlink Airlines crash. The plane was an Airbus A320. I might as well make my own fictional plane crash, which is my Shadow the Hedgehog A310. So let's just get rid of that. Eastern, ExpressJet, fly a deal. Fly a deal. Fly a deal. Fly a deal is its own territory. Frontier. Everyone knows Frontier. Frontier is in its own territory. Alright, Hawaiian is in its own island. Hello Air. Hello. I make fake crashes. I think I'm about to make my first fake crash, to be honest. Horizon. Horizon Air. Hello there, Bob Boban 123. I just found out that DHL is made in the USA, but the headquarters is in Germany, so I don't know. Since you said that DHL is made in US, so I'm just gonna include it. Alright, DHL. I guess we're gonna know. Alright. Cause of it was the plane splitting in half. Okay, so DHL, Eastern, Frontier, Hawaiian, Hello Air, Horizon, Janet. It's gonna be at the very bottom, so it says secret. Janet is at the very bottom. Alright, Janet. JetBlue. Should I even fly on JetBlue? JetBlue. I'm gonna go plane spotting soon. I'm about to soon make my own plane spotting video. Like Mickey Tyson. So stay tuned when that comes out. JSX. I mostly do fake crashes that are overrunning the runway. JSX is in its own corner. Alright, JSX. Kalita Air Cargo. Kalita. Alright. Kalita Air Cargo. National. This is like the 50 states, to be honest. America's 250th anniversary is soon. National. Northwest Airlines. Northwest Airlines. Pan Am 2. Pan Am 2. This is like basically every 50 states. Alright, Pan Am is in its corner. Polar Air. Oh wait, PSA. Polar Air. Let's actually put a small North Pole. Polar Air Cargo. After the plane split in half, the back half fell into the water, but the front half crashed into the bridge. Are you talking about Air Florida Flight 90? SkyWest? I swear, that was kind of like Air Florida Flight 90. SkyWest, and then next up, Southwest, SWA. Alaska. Alaska is already in the corner. Alaska Airlines, Southwest, Spirit. 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 Alright, Spirit's in Sun Country, SC. Sun Country. TSA. Alright, TSA. TWA. United. This is like so many airlines, to be honest. United. And for those who are wondering what happened to the stream yesterday, is because of my internet. Make Spirits land look like a banana. United Express. UPS. UPS. US Airways. Yes, that was the issue. Air Canada. Oh yeah, it's already up there. The stream glitched out because it was my internet. My internet is like McDonald's. I know, but Canada is Canada is on top of the US, so I'm counting it. US Airways Express. Continental. We already have Continental. I'm probably gonna have to do this all the way here so that I can focus on which one is which. All right, US Air WestJet. All right. All airlines are in place. So anyways, let's start the imperialism. It is time to start the imperialism. 52 airlines are all competing. Anyways, let's start the raid. Wait, oh yeah, Porter. Before that, Porter. We already have WestJet, Air Canada. Oh, ACE. ACE. And then Porter. Porter. Alright, Air Canada Express. Air Canada Rouge. Yes, it's already been in here. I'm going to put Air Canada Rouge. And then Porter. Sort them out. Now we have 54 entries. And Sun Country is right there. Sun Country is SC. Anyways, let's start it. Ready? This starts now. So our first, we already have Frontier. Too late, I already started it. And the first airline to complete is American Airlines. American Airlines is up first. And American Airlines will travel. It can't do that because it's going to go, like, up there and drown. Nope. Pick something other than north or east. Or south. Come on, American. Okay, there we go. which means its first matchup is TWA. First matchup is American versus TWA. Wait, bruh. I'm gonna put another wheel of names. Hang on. Alright, let's see. Attackers, American Airlines versus the opponent, which is TWA. And our first matchup, TWA takes the land of American Airlines. Alright, our first loss, American Airlines lost. So, American Airlines pretty much lost the first matchup. So, American Airlines, we pretty much started off with an L. Alright, next matchup. Hawaiian is also on this matchup, but too late, I already started the match. Next up is Avelo. Alright, Avelo is up next. And where will Avelo go? Where is Avelo? There he is. So he's going to go east, which means it's him versus Atlas Air. Alright, first up, Avelo. Let's see. And Avelo does take the land of Atlas. Atlas Air loses to Avelo. Two losses so far. Let's spin again. And our next matchup is Prime Airlines. Prime Air. Hang on, if I can find him. Prime Air, Prime Air, Prime Air, Prime Air. Prime Air? Where are you, Prime Air? My money on Canada? On Air Canada? Okay. Let's see, Prime Air, where are you? Prime Air. Okay, Polar Air is up there. Pork Air. I put all my trust on Sun Country, Key Lime, and Alpine Air. Alright. I swear, Prime Air is not on this map. Where is he? Is he loaded on a different map? Hang on, let me go put Prime Air on here. I put all my money on Alaska. Alright. I wish everybody good luck. So Prime Air, and where will he go? That way. So it means it's him versus Air California. So let's see. Who will win? And Prime Air takes the land of Air California. Air California loses to Prime Air. Alright. Air California lost. Alright, next one. Next matchup is Horizon. Horizon Air. And it pretty much can attack anywhere. Horizon Air. It's going to go this way, which means it's going to be attacking Breeze. Attacker, opponent. Horizon, and then Breeze. And Horizon Air takes the land of Breeze. Breeze Airways lost against Horizon. Alright, next spin. And the next win is I put all my trust on Sun Country, Air Canada, Northwest, Southwest, Pan Am if it's on, and Air Wisconsin. Pan Am is on, but it's just its second variant. So next up is Alaska Air, ladies and gentlemen. And where will Alaska be attacking? I bet it's now your chance to change money. Okay, it's going to be attacking America West. Alright, so America West. Alaska's the attacker versus the opponent, America West. And ladies and gentlemen, Alaska Airlines lost. Alaska Airlines lost. Well, looks like America West took the land of Alaska. Alaska Air pretty much just lost. Alright. Next matchup, Alright, 49 airlines are on. Alright, Air Wisconsin. Alright, I bet all my trust on Southwest, American Eagle, United Express, Delta Connection, American West Express, ASA Air, and US Air Express. I put all my money on Delta Airlines now. Boom, right there. Air Wisconsin is up next. Alright. Where will you go, Wisconsin? You're going to go this way, which is Alpine. Will it take that land? And ladies and gentlemen, Alpine Air takes the land of Air Wisconsin. Air Wisconsin lost. Rip to Wisconsin Air. Alright, next up. Oh yeah, I forgot to remove Wisconsin Air. Air Wisconsin. But anyways, the next one is TSA, actually, not TWA. TSA. Where is TSA? TWA is up there, so TSA is right there. Go anywhere. Where will TSA be attacking? South, which means it's TSA versus Air Canada Rouge. Alright. TSA, will you win this one? And no, he does not. Air Canada Rouge is now moving. And TSA lost. TSA pretty much lost against Air Canada Rouge. Alright. Dang, bruh, I forgot to remove, the numbers. WestJet. But in reality, it's WestJet. Alright, WestJet. Right there. WestJet is right there. WestJet is right there. And next, it's going to go south. Nope, you can't do that. You're going to drown in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, it's going to go east to travel against the US Airways. Attackers, WestJet versus the opponent, US Airways. And let's go. US Airways lost. US Airways lost against WestJet. Rest in peace, US Airways. You were my favorite airline once you rode the world. Alright, attacker is done. Alright, US Airways is BAM! Alright, next up. And next up is United Express. Alright, United Express. Where are you? Come out right now. United. Boom, right there. He's next to United. RIP, legend. US Airways Flight 1549. Alright, United Express. And where will he go? Alright, no. Which means it's going to go for SkyWest. SkyWest versus United Express. And SkyWest takes the land of United Express. Rest in peace, United Express, even though you were granted a second chance. SkyWest takes the land of United Express. Alright, next match. Bruh, National is next. Oh, National, if you go south, then take on SkyWest. No one cares about him. Nobody cares about him. Alright, let's go. Let's see if Aviation Fan is going to hate on SkyWest even more. Alright, attackers National versus the opponent SkyWest. And National Air lost. National Air SkyWest is expanding like nobody wants it. I hate you, SkyWest. Why are you causing this? Oh, anyways, National Air lost. Oh my god. National Air lost. Alright, next up. Alright. And next up is Alpine Air. Alpine Air, where are you? Right there. Alpine Air. And where will you be going? It's going to be attacking Allegiant Airlines. Attacker is Alpine versus the opponent is Allegiant. And looks like Alpine Air is taking my low-cost carrier away. And looks like Alpine Air took my low-cost carrier. Alright, so Alpine Air took away Allegiant. Alright, next up. 43 people are on the map. Next up is Fly a Deal. And where will you be attacking? North, which means it's going to be Continental versus Fly a Deal. Fly a Deal is the attacker, and the opponent is Continental. Fly a Deal takes the land of Continental. Fly a Deal takes the land of Continental. Continental lost. Next up. Next up is Porter. Porter right there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Porter is up next. And where will Porter be going? South, which means it's going to be attacking Janet, the Area 51 airline. This is not going to go good. And Janet takes the land of Porter. Ladies and gentlemen, Janet is now taking the land of Porter. Alright, next airline. Next up is Pan Am 2. Alright, everyone, the next attacker is Pan Am 2. And it's going this way, which is going to be attacking PSA. Alright. Go on, Pan Am. Win it for the first one. And nope. It's PSA is going to go on top. Pan Am 2 lost. I guess the second attempt doesn't win at all. Maybe the third time a charm. PSA takes the land of Pan Am 2. Alright, next up. 40 airlines are on. I don't know, PSA is just basically winning this point. Oh no. Prime Air. Prime Air. Alright, Prime Air. Where will you be attacking? Nope. Nope. Okay, there we go. UPS is going to be attacking UPS. Attacker, Prime Air versus UPS, the opponent. And UPS lost. Oh my gosh, we are witnessing losings left and right. Alright, UPS, wait. The attacker was Prime Air. Prime Air was the attacker, and then... Oh no, Prime Air lost! UPS is actually our next one. Alright, Prime Air lost. Alright, next up. Next up is Fly a Deal. And where will Fly a Deal be attacking? It's going to be attacking Hello Air. Alright, let's see. Fly a Deal versus Hello Air. And Hello Air attack. And Hello Air takes Fly a Deal. Fly a Deal loses to this round. Alright, Hello Air has become our new attacker. Alright. Fly a Deal is gone. Alright, next up. Next up is Kalitia Air Cargo. Kalitia is right there. And will it take over PSA? Let's find out. Yeah, you can, which is going to be attacking Delta Connection. I think whoever made the bet on Delta Connection, I think it's time to go change your mind. Whoever made the bet on Delta Connection, I think it's time to change your mind right now. Alright, and... Kalitia Air takes the win. Kalitia Air Cargo takes the win for this one. Wait, now, why did I go for PSA? Kalitia Air Cargo takes Delta Connection. Delta, avenge. Come on, Delta, avenge your regional brand. Alright, I think yours was Delta originally, but Delta Connection's lost. Alright, Delta Connection lost. Alright. Next up, 37 more people are on this map. And next up is... Avello. Avello. And where will Avello be attacking? Which is going to be attacking Bark Air. For all you dog lovers, I don't think this is a good stream to watch right now. This could hurt. Alright. Come on. Avello Air loses. Okay, I think it's now safe. Bark Air is safe right now. Bark Air is safe. And Avello loses to Bark Air. Alright, next up. Next matchup. Air Canada. Next up is Air Canada. For those who made their bets on Air Canada, I think it's time to change. And where will Air Canada be attacking? This way, which is going to be against America West Express. Where will Air Canada win? Nope. And America West Express takes the land of Air Canada. America West Express takes the land of Air Canada. Oh my gosh. Alright, Air Canada lost this round. Air Canada lost. Alright, next up. Next up is Delta. Alright, Delta, you just need to pass either JetBlue or Boom to get to Kalitia in order to avenge your brother. If you lose this Delta, I don't know what will. Oh, he's going south. So instead, he's going to be facing off Hello Air on the tail. Alright. Attacker is Delta, while the opponent is Hello Air. And ladies and gentlemen, Delta Airlines takes the land of Hello Air. Now, Delta, if you win this, I will actually be a fan of you for the rest of eternity. Delta, if you win against SkyWest, I will be your fan for the rest of your life. For the rest of my life. Anyways, Delta Air took the land of Hello Air. Alright, there's only one thing left. If you beat SkyWest, then I'm actually a fan of you, Delta. Next is PSA. Alright, PSA. Where will you be attacking? You're going to be invading JetBlue. Alright, JetBlue. Attacker is PSA, while the opponent is JetBlue. And nope, JetBlue takes the land of PSA. JetBlue takes the land of PSA. Alright, next up. Who's the next one? It is Horizon Air. Horizon. Horizon Air, where will you be attacking? Which is going to be Horizon Air versus SkyWest. Alright. For those who don't like SkyWest, this is your chance. Go! And SkyWest lost against Horizon Air. SkyWest completely loses against Horizon Air. Horizon Air has taken the trophy for defeating SkyWest. Alright, Horizon Air has taken SkyWest. Let's go, people. And next up, W Horizon Air. Air Canada Rouge. Wait, is it going to be Air Florida? Nope, it's Air Canada Rouge. And where will Air Canada Rouge be attacking? South, Eastish or something. Anyways, Air Canada Rouge will be attacking WestJet. Alright, attackers Air Canada Rouge, while the opponent is WestJet. And Air Canada Rouge takes the land of WestJet. Air Canada Rouge has taken the land of WestJet. Bruh, I kind of feel the same thing for 2025 or 2024. Alright, Air Canada Rouge takes the land of WestJet. Alright, next matchup. Next up is Boom Supersonic. Boom Supersonic is up next with the Boom Overture. And where will he be attacking? North, which is going to be American Eagle versus Boom Supersonic. Alright. Let's see, will Boom come out on top? And yes, he will. Boom Supersonic takes the land of America Eagle. Alright, boom. He has taken the land. Like, boom. Alright. Alright, next up. We have is Frontier. Alright, Frontier. It's your turn. South, which is going to be brother against brother. Frontier versus Spirit. Let's see who will win. Alright, and now it's the opponent who's going to win, which is Spirit. Spirit takes the land of Frontier. Alright, Spirit took the land of Frontier. Alright, next up. JSX. Alright, JSX is next. Where will JSX be attacking? It's going to be attacking northwest. JSX will be attacking Delta. Oh my gosh, this wouldn't be a good matchup. Come on, Delta, win this one. Nope, JSX takes the land. Delta completely lost. Oh my gosh, Delta completely has lost against JSX. Alright, next up. Next up is Air Florida. Air Florida is up next. He can only go north. Alright, please just land on north or something. Come on, just land on north. Okay, we'll take that. So it's going to be Air Florida versus US Airways Express. For those who landed on US Airways Express, I think it's time for to change. And looks like the opponent wins this one. US Airways Express expands the territory to Air Florida. American Airlines to start his villain arc for his brother. To be honest, both of them are dead. Maybe Delta should, or maybe United. United should. Alright, so Air Florida busted. Air Florida? Where are you? Air Florida busted. Delta's dead. Delta's already taken by JSX. American's already taken by TWA. Alright, next airline to fight. Next up is Southwest. Alright, Southwest. Alright, Southwest. Who will you be fighting? United. It's you versus United. Alright, United. Will you please take the land? Yes, you will. United takes the land of Southwest. Rest in peace, Southwest. Alright, United has expanded the territory. Southwest is gone. Southwest. Boom. Alright, next up. Next up is United. United Airlines. Alright, United. Where will we be going? North. Which means United versus JSX. Alright. United, will you take the land? Yes, you will. United claims the land of JSX and will spin again. Alright. United has taken JSX. We're doing Airline Imperialism stream where all airlines from around the world compete for land if one of them dies. So we'll see who's the best airline until the championship round. And next up is Boom Supersonic. Where will he go? Boom will travel west to take on American Rockwell. Alright, so it's both supersonic travel agencies. Let's see who will take W. And American Rockwell takes the land. Oh wait. Alright, Boom Supersonic and the opponent American Rockwell takes them. I guess the Boom Overture is cancelled. Next up. Next up. Next up is Eastern. Next up. Eastern, you'll attack northeast. And Eastern will take on Horizon. Yeah, I agree. Let's leave 6-7 in the Big 2025. Like, why did Maverick even decide to make that? And Horizon takes the land of Eastern. Rest in peace, Eastern. Alright, Horizon is now starting to become slowly a bit bigger. Alright, next up. Next up is ASA. Alright. Alright, ASA. Where will you be going? ASA is going to try to avenge Eastern for Horizon. Alright, let's see who will win. Horizon is just killing everybody so far. Horizon is basically just killing everybody. Anyways, next spin. Next up is Hawaiian. Alright, Hawaiian, you're up next. Alright, Hawaiian versus Spirit. Alright, an opponent, Spirit wins, and Hawaiian's pretty much bombed. Hawaiian is pretty much gone. I guess the Alaska and Hawaiian merger isn't happening. Alright, Hawaiian. Busted. Janet. Alright, next up, Janet. Janet. Janet is up next, chat. Janet will travel south, but I don't think it can do that. It's going to try to invade Air Canada Rouge. Let's see, who will win? And Air Canada Rouge takes it. Janet lost. Janet lost. Air Canada Rouge is starting to become bigger. Next up, alright, 20 people are remaining on the map. Next up is US Air Express. Alright. US Air Express is going to invade Air Canada Rouge. Alright. Next up. Let's see. Who will win? US Airways Express takes the land. Air Canada Rouge lost. And US Airways Express is starting to grow. And US Airways Express takes Air Canada. How's Sun Country? Sun Country is basically not doing anything. Sun Country is basically not doing anything. Like, it's just chilling. Alright, Sun Country is pretty much not doing anything. It needs to start acting. Also close. Next up is TWA. Alright, TWA is up there. Alright, TWA, where will you be attacking? Okay, so it's going to be TWA versus Kalaitia. Kalaitia. Let's see who will win this one. And looks like Kalaitia takes the land. TWA is now dead. TWA lost. Alright, Kalaitia takes TWA. Next up. Next up is ExpressJet. Northwest Airlines is basically the same thing as Sun Country, not doing anything. It's still chill. Alright, anyways, ExpressJet, you'll be attacking South, which is going to be Horizon. Alright. And ladies and gentlemen, Horizon lost. ExpressJet, well done, ExpressJet. Well done, ExpressJet. Northwest Airlines is not even doing anything. ExpressJet is completely taken over. ExpressJet and then now Horizon has lost. Alright, spin again. Next up is America West. Let's see. Which means it's now America West versus ExpressJet. Let's spin again, chat. And America West takes it. America West takes the land of the other nation. Kalaitia, Polar Air, Kalaitia. Wait, who lost? Alright, Kalaitia, Bark Air. Oh, it's ExpressJet. Alright, it's ExpressJet. So far, who's winning? Definitely gotta be America West or like US Airways Express, Kalaitia, United. Those four. Those four are basically doing everything, while JetBlue basically does nothing. But for real, it's going to be America West. It's gotta be America West. Alright, next up. Next, who's gonna win? Next up is American Rockwell, or no, Alpine Air. Alpine. Where will Alpine Air be attacking? Alpine Air versus American Rockwell. And Alpine Air takes the land. American Rockwell lost. Alpine Air takes the land. Let's go. Alright, Alpine Air law. Alright, Alpine Air took American Rockwell. Alright, 15 people are left on the map. American West. And where will American West be attacking? Which means American West could be attacking Northwest Airlines or Spirit. Alpine. Alpine Air is all. Wait, never mind. Alpine Air is still alive. So next up is going to be American West versus Spirit. And America West takes it. America West takes the land of Spirit. Alright, next up. Next up is finally Sun Country. Bobby. Finally, Sun Country is going to do something. And next up, Sun Country is going to be invading United. Bobby. And oh, Sun Country lost against United. Sun Country was our attacker, and United lost. United win. Sun Country, bam. Rest in peace, Sun Country. Alright, next up is America West, literally our champion. Alright. North, which means it's America West versus Bark Air. I don't know if this is going to be good for any dog fans. This won't be good. And Bark Air takes the land of America West. Oh my gosh, Bark Air takes it. Alright, all doggy fans, you can survive. American West lost. Alright, next up. Yes, United, you need to avenge your brother, bruh. United, come on. U.S. Airways Express. Alright, U.S. Airways Express is up next. Bart Simpson Airlines hits hard. North, U.S. Airways Express versus United. Alright. Come on, United. Oh, United, you're starting to tag on your way? Oh my gosh. U.S. Airways lost. U.S. Airways Express was our attacker. Wait, no, United is still alive. And the opponent wins. United is still here. United Express, you still are here. United is still here. No, look, United is still alive. It just took U.S. Airways Express. It just took U.S. Airways Express. Let's go, United. Anyways, next spin. American West Express. Avenge your counterpart, America West. Nope, it's going to be invading Alpine Air. Alright. And Alpine Air takes the land. American West Express busted. Alright, 10 more airlines are left, and then we'll move on to aircraft companies, and then we'll end it off with champions. Alright, first off, Bark Air. Bark Air is literally just bigger than United. Who's it going to take on? Which means it's Bark Air versus Alpine. This won't be good for some doggy fans, because it says Bark Air. Alright, and Bark Air is literally taking it. Bark Air is cooking. Oh my gosh, Bark Air is cooking. Alpine Air busted. Polar Air Cargo is not even doing anything. Bark Air is now bigger. TNMWA. Bark Air. Northwest Airlines is basically doing nothing. I think it's saving its attack. Bark Air took Alpine. Next up. Next up is DHL. Alright, it's from Island. And we'll be attacking south, which means DHL is going to be invading JetBlue. DHL is not going to win this one, so DHL loses. Almost pretty much all of our islands keep on getting bombed. JetBlue still survives. Boom. Only 8 more airlines will remain. Next up is UPS. Alright, where will UPS go? UPS is going to be attacking JetBlue or United. So it's going to be attacking JetBlue. Alright, UPS versus JetBlue. And ladies and gentlemen, UPS wins this. UPS won against JetBlue. Alright, UPS, you are cooking. Alright, next up, 7 more people are left. Alright, next up is United. Is United going to win against JetBlue? Is it going to avenge JetBlue? Bruh. And next up, it's going to go east, which means it's United versus UPS. I guess United is going to be avenging UPS or JetBlue. Come on, United. And terrible move, United. You lost this one, United. United busted. Oh my gosh. Last hope, NWA. UPS is already taking its territory. UPS and NWA. Alright. JetBlue has lost. Bam. WUPS. And United is gone. 5 more people are remaining on this map, and then we'll go on to aircraft companies. First up, Bark Air. Or wait, what? Hang on. Bark Air is up next. I think this is not going to be good for any doggy fans. It's going to go down, which is going to go against UPS. It's going to save Northwest. I'm just going to save Northwest Airlines. UPS, will you win this one? And no, it's Bark Air. Bark Air takes the land of United Postal Service. Oh my gosh, the doggy airline is just... Bark, come on. And Bark Air literally wins this one. It's Bark Air, not Bart. Polar Air Cargo is basically doing nothing, nor even NWA or Aloha. Now they last. Bark Air has taken UPS. UPS gone. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more airlines are on the map. So let's begin. Delta's already gone. Alright, next up is Northwest Airlines. Oh, Northwest is going to make a comeback. Alright, where will Northwest be attacking? And it's obviously simple. It's going to be Bark Air. So let's see. Come on. UPS, come on, Northwest Airlines. And Northwest Airlines lost. 4 airlines are remaining on this map. Who will win? Northwest Airlines lost. Alright, 4 airlines remain. Kalita Air Cargo is next. Next up, it means Kalita Air is going to be traveling to invade Bark Air. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Kalita Air takes the land of Bark Air. Oh no, Bark Air. Dougie fans. Bark Air lost against Kalita. Wait, Kalita? Oh, Kalita Air was the attacker. And then it's the opponent. Oh, Bark Air still survives. Nope, Bark Air still survives. I misread it. Alright. Kalaita Air Cargo. Bam. Alright, 3 more airlines are left. Let's see. Aloha Air. Finally, Aloha Air is going to do something. Let's see. Okay, so Aloha Air is going to be invading the territory of Bark Air. Let's see. Oh my gosh! Bark Air lost against Aloha! Oh my gosh! Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, Aloha Air is our newest, biggest of them all. Oh my gosh, Bark Air lost, meaning Aloha Air is going to be facing off against Polar Air Cargo. Rest in peace to those doggy fans. Aloha Air is making its comeback. Alright, now it's time for yes or no's. Rip Bark Air. Alright. Alright, Aloha Air, since you're the biggest, go for first. It starts with an L. It starts with an L. Starts with an L. Next up, a W. Next up, and last point. And it's an L. Alright, now it's time for Polar Air Cargo. And it starts with a W. Let's see, another one. Another W? Nope, it's an L. And lastly, will it win? This is already a fair match at this point. Yes, Polar Air Cargo takes the land of Aloha Air. And now Polar Air Cargo has taken the land of them all. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our new champion of this round. Polar Air Cargo has now taken as our biggest nation of them all. Let's go. Now we have one final round and it'll be champions. Polar Air Cargo is now won. Alright, now we're setting up the next one. Polar Air is now our new champion. Let's go ahead and put him on the certificate. Alright, Polar Air. Alright. Alright, chat. Now it's time for the final round before champions. Polar Air is the GOAT. Let's put it on the certificate. Alright, here is the certificate. There is all of our certificates. And now it's time for aircraft companies. Alright, now time for aircraft companies. Yes, I know Christmas was like last month. And yeah. Anyways, now it's time for aircraft companies. Airbus. Boeing. Boom Supersonic. Alright, let's go ahead and put every aircraft company maker. Illusion. Yes, we're going to put Concorde. Concorde. Tupolev. Antonov. Don't include Boom Supersonic? Yeah, because he died. He died last round. I don't think we should include American Rockwell again, should we? Nah. Alright, time for Sukhoi. Bobby. Sukhoi. Fairchild. Cessna. Cessna. Lockheed. McDonnell Douglas. McDonnell Douglas.
Alex, please turn on the microphone.
Alright, so next up we got Tupolev, Antonov, North American. We already did North American. Let's see. So we got Boeing, Donald Douglas, Antonov. Let's see. Let's see, what should be the next one? I think those are all the companies that we're going to include. I think that's all the companies that we're going to include. Alright. I think those are all of the aircraft companies we got. 12 of them. Alright, so we got Airbus, Antonov, Boeing, Cessna, Comac, Concorde, Fairchild, Ilyushin, Lockheed, McDonnell Douglas, Sukhoi, and Tupolev. So put your bets, and I'll go get my dinner. Go ahead and put your bets on who do you think is going to win this round, and I'll go ahead and prepare my dinner because I'm starving. All right. All right. Make sure you put your bets in the chat to see which of your aircraft companies want to win. I'll read you the options. You got Airbus, Antonov, Boeing, Cessna, Concorde, Fairchild, Ilyushin, Lockheed, McDonnell Douglas, Sukhoi, and Tupolev. Put your options in the chat. And then after this one, we'll go on to aircraft companies, or all champions. So put your votes in the chat. Who will win this one? All my trust is on Concorde, Airbus, Boeing, Cessna, and Boeing. Alright, and then now we got Sun Country 738 at voting on a Fairchild. Alright. There's still other options. My trust is Fairchild and Lockheed. Alright, let's put them on the map. Let's get rid of this side. Airbus, Boeing, Cessna, Lockheed, and then Airbus is going to have to land. Tupolev, Sukhoi, Tupolev, Ilyushin, Antonov, Fairchild, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. Concorde, McDonnell Douglas, MD, Airbus, Antonov, Boeing, Cessna, Concord, Fairchild, Ilyushin, McDonnell Douglas, Sukhoi, and Tupolev. Alright, let's give Boeing this amount of land. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How come there's 12 on here? Oh yeah, Comac. Comac. Alright, let's start the final round. Let's start the final round, shall we? Here we go. First aircraft company is Ilyushin. Ilyushin. There's a United 707 in Coda. Okay. Ilyushin first. And it's going to go this way, which is going to be attacking Airbus. Alright, so the first matchup is Suk Ilyushin versus Airbus. Let's see who will win this one. And Airbus wins this one. Ilyushin busted. Ilyushin is busted. Alright, next up. Oh, yesterday's live stream. Next up is McDonnell Douglas. And where will McDonnell Douglas be attacking? Which means it's McDonnell Douglas versus the Concorde. Let's see who will win. And McDonnell Douglas takes the Concorde. Rest in peace to the supersonic airliner. Rest in peace to Concorde. But hey, the boom overture is expected to fix things. Alright, McDonnell Douglas, the Concorde, busted. Next up. Next up is Lockheed. Next up is Lockheed. And where will Lockheed be attacking? Lockheed is going to be up against Tupolev. Let's see who will win this one. And Tupolev takes the lead. Lockheed is busted. Busted. Lockheed is... Lockheed. Bam. Alright, next up. 9 people are left. Next up is Tupolev. I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload the second to normal day of my airport movie because my school is about to start tomorrow. Which is going to be kind of sad. And then, okay, it's going to be attacking McDonnell Douglas. Let's see who will win this one. McDonnell Douglas is going to take Tupolev. Tupolev is a bust. Alright, next up. McDonnell Douglas. McDonnell Douglas. And where will it go? McDonnell Douglas is up against Airbus. Alright, let's see. And McDonnell Douglas takes the land of Airbus. Ooh. Airbus is a bust. Bobby. McDonnell Douglas wins this one. Oh, hello, Valencio. Welcome back. Alright. McDonnell Douglas. Alright. Let's go again. Oh, McDonnell Douglas again. Alright, I think McDonnell Douglas is actually good. Alright, let's see. It's going to go this way, which is going to be invading Fairchild. And Fairchild takes the land of McDonnell. McDonnell Douglas is a bust. Fairchild has so far become bigger. Remove McDonnell Douglas. Alright, next up. Fairchild is up next. Alright, Fairchild. Fairchild is against Comac. Let's see who will win this one. And Comac takes the lead. Fairchild is gone. Rest in peace, Fairchild. Fairchild is gone away as a bust. Busted. Next up is Sukhoi. Next up, Sukhoi. Sukhoi. Sukhoi is up against Comac. Alright. Let's see who will win this one. And Sukhoi takes Comac. Sukhoi now takes Comac. For granted. Alright. Alright, 4 people are left. Next up is the almighty Antonov. Antonov. And it's going southeast. And where will... It's going to be invading Sukhoi. Yeah, it's a game show in the background. My dad's watching that. Anyways, let's see. Ooh, Sukhoi takes the lane of Antonov. Antonov was attacker, and the opponent was Sukhoi, so it lost. Now it's the final 3 to see who will win the championship. I mean, this is kind of like a game show, to be honest. Boeing is up next. And let's see who is going to be next. And the attacker will face Sukhoi. Boeing is going to face off Sukhoi, meaning Cessna is left up there. Let's see who will win. And Sukhoi won against Boeing. Ladies and gentlemen, Boeing lost, meaning the final matchup is with Sukhoi versus Cessna. Sukhoi. Rest in peace, Boeing. Alright, Cessna versus Sukhoi. Alright, let's see who will win this one. And it starts with an L. Starts with an L. Sukhoi starts with an L. And it's a yes. Here comes a yes. Alright, next up. And it starts off. And it starts off with another. And lastly, another L. Alright, now it's time for Cessna. Come on, Cessna. You can outsmart Sukhoi. Another L. Wait. Wait a minute. Yep, it's an L. If this is tie, we had to do it again. And it's another L. I don't think Cessna is going to win this one. Come on. Oh my gosh! Ladies and gentlemen, Sukhoi now takes the land of Cessna. Cessna pretty much lost, and now my favorite company, Sukhoi, has won this match. The final match. Let's go, everyone. Sukhoi won. Now it's time for the final champions. Now it's time for our champions. Now it's time for champions. It's time for championship round. Alright. Alright, so now it's time for the champions round. It's time to take our champions and move them to the championship round. We're going to use the same map right here. Alright, let's put them on. Polar Air Cargo. Polar Air Cargo. ANA. Iraqi Airways. Iraqi. Aerosucre. FedEx. Play Airlines. That is just me, my dad, watching this show called Grit, which is like Western. Play Air. Pan Am. It's just a movie. It's just an old movie. It's just an old movie, okay? And lastly, Sukhoi. Alright. It's just a movie, okay? It's an old movie. Alright. Let's give them large pieces of land. ANA. Pan Am. Pan Am 1. Pan Am 1. Sukhoi. Play Air. One, two, three, four. Hello there. American West already died. Pan Am 1 FedEx. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 8 people in this one. Iraqi. Iraqi. For New Zealand. Oh. We should have done Australian. Which airline survived? Well, these are basically the champions round. Aerosucre, ANA, FedEx, Iraqi, Pan Am 1, Play Airlines, Polar Air Cargo, and Sukhoi. But if you want me, I can put 3 of Australia's carriers. You want? I'm gonna put all 3 of them. Qantas, Jetstar, and Air New Zealand. Let's just say they survived somehow. They were sole survivors. Iraqi. Alright, so Iraqi. So, Aerosucre. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Qantas. Qantas. Jetstar. Air New Zealand. ANZ. Oh, Virgin Australia and Rex. VA. And Vex. I guess I pretty much forgot Australia. And Rex. So, V Australia. Alright, so anyways, time for the champions to enter. Virgin. I pretty much know all airlines, almost all of them. Aussie and Qantas Link. QA Link. QA Link. Virgin Aussie, Rex. QA Link. QA Link, ANZ. Jetstar. Alright, I think that's all of them. So 14 people are now on this map. So ANA, Air New Zealand, Sukhoi, ANA, Air New Zealand, Aerosucre, FedEx, Iraqi, Jetstar, Pan Am 1, Play Air, Polar Air Cargo, PA Cargo, QA Link, Qantas, Rex, Sukhoi, and then Virgin Aussie. Fiji Airlines. And then Fiji. Alright, that is it. This is the champion round. All of these airlines will have to fight for pure survival. No more airlines, and wait until next year because I might do this again. Anyways, let's go. First contestant for the champions round is Jetstar. And where will Jetstar be attacking? Jetstar will move east, which means it's Jetstar versus Virgin Aussie. Okay, my legs were getting tired, so I just brought a chair. So Jetstar is up against Virgin Aussie. Let's see. Alright, who will win this one? And Virgin Aussie wins this first one. Okay, if anyone know why I'm like this, I just have a chair. I just have a chair right here, okay? Because my legs are tired. It will cease operations. Well, I guess this is the only chance to fly them. Alright, next up is Aerosucre, the most famous airline ever. Known for tossing passengers around like rag dolls. Aerosucre is up against Air New Zealand. Alright, let's see who will win. And Air New Zealand wins. I know I kind of forgot some airlines throughout the series, but hey, I forgot. Bobby! And Aerosucre is our first loss. I mean, Virgin Australia won against somebody. But hey, anyways, next round. Next up is Sukhoi, my favorite company. Sukhoi, and then where will you be going? Sukhoi. Sukhoi will now travel this way to check on Pan Am, the world champion. Also, do you know? I think they also load their planes with people. Do you think they load their planes with people in them as well? Also, Sukhoi won against Pan Am, and Pan Am lost. Rest in peace, Pan Am. Your name will never be forgot. Well, don't they load passengers just by forcing them to sit on the ground and then force them around and around like rag dolls? Alright, next up. Qantas. Qantas is up next. And where will Qantas be attacking? Qantas will be attacking to against Virgin Aussie. And Qantas takes the land. Rest in peace, Virgin Aussie. Like, if I was one of the passengers, I really hope I survive being tossed around like a rag doll. Like, let's just hope one day if I ever go on an Aerosucre flight, I hope I survive not being, like, tossed around like a rag doll. So, Qantas and then Virgin Aussie. Busted. Alright, 10 people are finally on the map, and then we'll have our complete champion. Next up is Iraqi. Alright, Iraqi. And where will Iraqi Air be attacking? Well, you can't do that, Iraqi. You're gonna drown. Okay, you can do that. You can do that. Passengers would be like, ah! Alright, so Iraqi is going to be up against the Icelandic low-cost airline, Play. And Iraqi takes their land. Oh yeah, whenever you go on to Play Airline's Instagram, you notice that they were posting brain rot memes instead of keeping their airline afloat. Alright, next up. Polar Air Cargo. Alright, Polar Air Cargo, PA Cargo. Polar Air Cargo is going to attack Fiji Air. And we'll see who will be taken. And Fiji Air takes Polar Air Cargo. Fiji wins this one. I guess Polar Air Cargo is like the airplane version of the Polar Express. Next up is Qantas. Qantas. Aussie's carrier. And Qantas is going to be invading Air New Zealand. And Qantas takes the land of Air New Zealand. ANA is pretty much doing nothing up there. ANA is just chilling. ANA, and then Qantas takes Air New Zealand. Alright, 7 airlines are remaining. The pure champion is here. And it's Sukhoi. Sukhoi is up next to attack. And where will Sukhoi be attacking? Sukhoi is up against Qantas. I might do this again, like this year or somewhere, and hopefully we will get a new airline champion. Qantas takes Sukhoi. Oh, Australian's carrier Qantas is literally beating it. Just for some reason I forgot Qantas. Well, rip to my favorite aircraft company, Sukhoi. Next up is the cargo carrier FedEx. And where will FedEx go? Oh, FedEx is not going to go up there because it's Maine. And FedEx is going to go in the land of Qantas. Team ANA. And Qantas takes the land of FedEx. Only one of these airlines will survive. Alright, FedEx is a bust. 5 airlines are on the map. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Six. For some reason, there's 6 airlines. Make Fiji. Wait, Fiji's not on here. Fiji's up next. And where will Fiji be attacking? Fiji is up against our big guy, Qantas. Let's see who will win. And Qantas wins. Alright, Qantas is already starting to become way bigger than I thought. Alright, let's go. There's a large piece of land in here, so who's going to take it? Iraqi? Okay. Ooh, Iraqi is going to take that land. Excellent job, Iraqi. Alright. Let's see, Iraqi got its land, so now 5 airlines are remaining. Qantas Link. Qantas Link, rest in peace to their Boeing 717s. And it's going to invade its brother, Qantas. Oh, this is a new thing in my aviation history. And Qantas Link takes the land of Qantas. An airline fighting against itself. That is revolutionary. Alright. 4 airlines are remaining. Four airlines are remaining. Iraqi. Iraqi is going to go invade, which means it's Iraq. Oh wait, you can't do that, Iraqi. Iraqis up against Qantas Link. And oh, Qantas Link takes the land. Iraqi pretty much lost. Alright, last round. Will Rex take over? Top 3. And it's on the Nippon Airways. Alright, ANA. Alright, Inspiration of Japan. Alright, it's up against Qantas. So let's see, who will win? Come on. And let's go! Qantas Link now is dead. And ANA is coming up on top. Oh my gosh. Come on, ANA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our champion here. ANA. Rex is left. So let's see. It's time for the final yes or no question. Alright. So ANA, what will you start off with? An L? Okay, ANA, you start off with an L. Next up. Another L. I think Rex is going to win. Is Rex even a real airline? And 3 L's for ANA. Also, is Rex even a real airline? Okay, Rex is a real airline. We just gotta make sure, because if it wasn't, then ANA would have completely won. Alright, next up. Rex. Who will we take? Ooh, a W. Oh, W. Oh, Rex is going to definitely win this one. Sue, ANA, I'm so sorry for you. Another W? Alright, last one. Oh my gosh, chat, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex is our champion. ANA has completely fallen off the map, and Rex is our champion. Here is our champion tonight, and it is Rex Airlines. And too bad that ANA has died off, and I was hoping for ANA to survive. But I don't know if Rex won the 2026 awards. Congratulations, Rex. You won the stream. And now, Rex, you will be the favorited airline of last year and this year. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in onto this stream to see your favorite airline fighting. And now, it is time to end the stream. And ladies and gentlemen, here is our airline victory, which is Rex. Rest in peace to ANA. Anyways, later tonight, I will start another live stream where I go on Flight Radar 24. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream. I hope everybody has a good 2025 and 2026. Anyways, farewell. Congratulations to Rex Airline.